It's update news time again. For World of Tanks console, we are looking at the clan event where you can earn up to 100 free keycards in your clan. We're going to look at how you can actually sign up if you want to join my clan as well to be able to participate in this challenge. And also we're going to have a look at the upcoming update to World of Tanks for PS4 and Xbox One, as well as all of the other variants of World of Tanks console. So that's, the modern armor version of the game. Of course, we have quite a few new things coming to the game fairly soon. Now, they haven't been confirmed in terms of the actual date, but we're going to look into that all very, very soon. Now, first things first, of course, we have the clan event and the United We Stand. Now, this is quite a kind of good event for those of you interested in being in more of a competitive scene to try and really boost up your clan ranks and get on board, try and play a load of games, and then you can hope that you're going to win this event. Now, of course, I do have a clan myself, and if you want to join, basically the invite link will be in the description of this video. So it's basically first come, first serve. You have to join the clan before the 12th of September, at which point I believe is next Tuesday when you actually jump onto the game. Then you'll be able to perform. You have to play approximately 50 most successful battles, and it is the highest average damage over your 50 most successful battles in tier 6 to tier 10 vehicles in World War II mode. Now, average damage is calculated by the top 10 clan members, so it's essentially you need the top 10 players in your clan to play 50 battles approximately. And the higher the values of average damage in those top 10 clan members in your clan will be able to receive some good keycards. Now, the prizes that you can receive are as follows. First place clan gets 100 confidential keycards and 10 Wargaming approved emblems. They will be distributed by the clan commander or deputy commander at their discretion. So, of course, the people that got the top damage will probably get more of the proportion of the confidential keycards, whereas, people that are just in the clan will more than likely get a smaller share of the confidential keycards, depending on if they actually participated in the event or they're just AFK in the clan. Second place, of course, gets 75 confidential keycards. Third place gets 50 confidential keycards, and then fourth to 10th basically get smaller proportions of confidential keycards that you'll be able to actually obtain. Now, I've already registered with my clan personally. For this event, you have to go onto Discord, which you can sign up on the Wargaming website if you have your own clan. Basically, jump in, get that signed up. If you have your own clan, you want to participate in this to potentially win a load of keycards. Obviously, if there's only 10 of you within your clan and you manage to win, then you will be getting 10 confidential keycards. If you split it evenly, of course, the clan commander could essentially just give one person 100 confidential keycards, but then again, if you're being a pretty fair clan commander, then you will be sharing that out evenly between the people that actually did the most damage, or your whole clan in general. Now, as far as how the average damage works, well, it's essentially your damage over the 50 battles divided by 50. So in terms of maximizing this event, you basically want to be playing tier 10, because if you aren't playing tier 10, you're going to be consistently doing less damage just because you aren't playing at those tier 10s. Now, that will be done for the top 10 clan members. Now, for members of a clan with fewer than 10 members, the sum of their average damage will be divided by 10. For example, if there are 7 people in the clan, each of whom inflicts an average of 10,000 damage in 50 battles, then the final result will be calculated using the following formula, which is 7 times 10,000 over 10 gives you 7,000 damage on average, which is, pretty normal. Now, that's not too bad, but of course, if you are playing in a full clan of 10, then you will be able to get a hell of a lot more of the contribution together. So essentially, if you had 10 clan members doing 10,000 damage, then you wouldn't be dividing it by 10 because it would be a ratio of 1 to 1, and therefore the average damage would actually be what the damage is in game, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain, but essentially what happens here if there's only 7 people in your clan, for every 10,000 damage you actually do on average, you're essentially getting 7,000. So you want a full clan with 10 members at least in it, and of course my clan currently has 81 members, so if you're interested in joining up, of course these are all of the people. If you are already in it, then big shout out to all of you guys in the Eclipse clan. But yeah, thank you very much for joining, and of course we'll try my best in the next week to be able to actually grind through. I will have hopefully finished my dissertation by Monday, so I will be spamming World of Tanks, getting as many videos in preparation for when I start work the following week. So yeah, videos will be coming out hopefully every single day, but I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to maintain that throughout work and life, etc. But I will try my best, at least every other day, to be producing videos consistently, because of course in the last year almost that we've been doing YouTube, I have almost posted a video every single day. So hopefully we can continue that, and we are going to get into the actual update news in today's video. Now, in terms of what we actually know coming in September, well, we've had a variety of different operations that have come out recently. Of course, we did have the Tank Reforged for the WZ-111FT Tank Destroyer line, Tankmen, a Day of Tankmen event, which is still currently going on. Of course, we have the Hot Wheels Last Chance, we have more tank earn-ops, and we had the Labour Day and String Theory the other week. Now, in terms of the end of September, they'll be focusing on a lot of quality of life changes. Horizontal tech trees are now all in and being polished. So the horizontal tech trees are coming back into the game. So if you want to check them out, then you can do. Of course, if you look at some of the older images of the horizontal tech tree, and of course, if you play World of Tanks PC, then you'll know exactly what the horizontal tech trees look like. And if you've been playing for longer than a year before update 6.0, then you'll know exactly what I mean. These were just better in my opinion. There will also be the plays up to tier in the garage, so say if you're playing in a tier 6 that plays up to tier 8 games, +2, -2 or whatever it is, it will basically say that the tank plays up to tier 8. If you were playing in a preferential tank, which is essentially a premium tank that only plays up to 1 tier higher, then it will say if you're a tier 8, it will say that you can play up to tier 9. So that is basically a small tiny thing, nothing really major there. And then the big thing coming very, very soon. It's not been confirmed yet as to the exact release date. It's either this week coming or the following week, I would guess, because it is end of September within this article, that the new maps will be coming out into the game. So we'll be getting probably in the region of 4 or 5 new maps coming back into the game. I don't know exactly what maps they are, but I believe, you know, if we're looking at some of the older ones, we could see the return of things like Heilbronn. Maybe we'll see things like Ensk coming back into the game potentially. Some of the more varied maps to bring back a bit more diversity for some of the classes that have been kind of left with a little bit of a disadvantage with regards to the map rotation. Of course, let me know in the comment section down below which maps you want to see back, and of course we did do a community post on the channel here not long ago. In fact, today, as of the recording of this video, on which of the 4 maps that I put up would you like to see next, or what was your favourite? And of course, if you're on the list, then of course you can then just go and comment on the community post on my channel. Now, close to optimization for Series X and S, so that's basically going through certification. So what I would guess that this means is essentially the graphics will be overhauled for the Xbox Series X and S, which means that now you will actually be able to essentially play it with better graphics than on the Xbox One, and of course the PS4 and PS5s, because I don't know if they've been optimized correctly, but yeah, well, I guess we'll have to see what they look like in the game at the end of the year. Now, looking for more balancing suggestions, of course, let me know in the comment section down below what you think needs to be balanced next. I think for the majority, a lot of these tanks are actually not too bad. I don't think that they're the worst that we've ever seen. Especially with the new balance changes, I think tanks like the FV215B have definitely benefited from all of the buffs. I think things like the Object 268, yes, there are some kind of very suspect ones that got rebalanced in terms of the E4, and I think that actually some of the Japanese heavy tanks that are currently on track right now, as of the recording of this video of course, is the Oni actually is not actually awful. You can get penned pretty much by everything in the side of course if you're going flat side on, but from the front they're actually pretty strong now if you're firing standard, and of course if you're playing a tier 6, well, it's just basically screw you now because you are not penning the front of an Oni, because I've been playing in things my Excalibur in the last couple of days coming up against those Japanese heavy tanks, and just frontally they are pretty much impenetrable. I'm loading full premium against them and still maybe 1 in the 3 shots that I hit the weakest point on the front it's not even penetrating, and so yeah, it's really annoying to play against some of them. Whether I think that they should give them some small weak points at least, so that if you do get lucky and actually hit where you aim, you get rewarded for it. I think that Wargaming have recently been removing a lot of the actual weak points of tanks, things like the IS-3's top of the roof. I think things like those small kind of weak points that, you know, knowledge of the game allows you to use, removing them is just making the game just less skill cap. It just becomes who's firing more premium, to the point where, you know, you've just got that sheer amount of penetration that you'll go through no matter what. It becomes less and less about the actual aiming and aiming for the weak points and the knowledge of the game, and that's kind of where I'm not such a fan of the way it's kind of going with the balancing. I think the addition of loads of new high alpha damage guns is of course not something that I enjoy too much, and when they keep buffing everything by just adding on more and more penetration over time and adding on more armor, you're just kind of adding to the imbalances, or the potential to imbalance a lot of the tanks within the game, and I'm sure that we'll see that in the future. But as long as these balancing changes are constantly going on, to the point where, you know, they then revisit tanks maybe that they've buffed to nerf them again and keep the game fresh, then I guess it's a little bit nicer, to the point where maybe some of the tanks that were good a couple months ago or 6 months ago, maybe they get nerfed a little bit, and then some of the more novel tanks that maybe were performing pretty average get buffed, and then it just adds a little variety to the game, and I think that would be interesting. It means that you can't just camp in something like your T-57 Heavy constantly throughout the entire year, whereby the tank is just pretty much overpowered. But yeah, I think that rebalancing a lot of the tank, keeping it fresh, will be a good thing. Now, with regards to the mercenary tanks, Wargaming have been saying that the mercenary tanks are ready, or they're coming soon, for about, well, since the release of Update 6.0. Let's just track back, 9 months when they first got basically announced that they would be coming. Then, yeah, it's been 9 months, Wargaming. Hopefully they actually are nearly complete. I've not seen them in the game. I don't know when they'll be in the game. I am assuming that if they're nearly complete, that probably means that they've not actually been able to test them yet, which means that they're probably not finished, which probably means that maybe we won't even get it by the end of the year. So it could potentially be January before we actually get the ability to get some of these mercenary contracts. Of course, as soon as that comes out in the game, or the news comes out, I will be doing videos on the mercenary tanks themselves, showing you the weak points, showing you whether or not you should pick up the specific contract first, whether or not you should do a specific tank itself, things like the machine, which one should you prioritize as the tier 10 to get first if you want to pick a tier 10 mercenary contract, and basically showing you the best way to complete the contracts too. So I think that's really good. Looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to doing the contracts, and hopefully they're not just, play 1,000 games on World of Tanks console to be able to actually unlock it, in terms of just having like a sheer XP requirement. Hopefully there is actually some skill to it, whereby, you may have to deal 5,000 damage in a tier 9 or something like that, or tier 9 plus, to be able to complete that challenge. And so it's kind of a little bit difficult, gives you a bit of a challenge, rather than just these operations that we get currently, where it's just log on to the game for 3 battles and then log off again and then come back for 12 days in a row. Yeah, not particularly a big fan of those ones, but they are what they are, and I suppose that they're decent for the casual players. But for players that are wanting to invest more time or play the game more, or want to spend more time in the game, then yeah, it's definitely rewarding those players if you put in contracts like that. Rank battles are still not expected in the short term. Boosters are coming back in September. Yeah, not a big fan of that. And we'll update on the 10th of September about Hellfire Pass. Well, looking at the clock, it is, well, the 10th of September, and we haven't heard anything about the Hellfire Pass. Of course, Wargaming aren't actually doing a community update today, I believe. I think it's been cancelled. I think it will be the next week that we actually get the consistent Wargaming streams coming back on Twitch. I don't think that there is one this week, and the same on Monday. I don't think that there is a Wargaming stream either. So that's that. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Of course, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions on the new clan event that's coming into the game. I like this. I like the fact that they're really trying to push clans now. Hopefully there'll be some more clan kind of related content coming out. Things like clan wars or some sort of clan specific things. Maybe you can make an emblem that you can put on your tank, so long as it, you know, isn't rude, which they probably will be. And I'm sure that I will incorporate something of the like in my clan emblem. But there we go. Let's see what they do with that. Hopefully that sort of thing will be coming to the game fairly soon. And of course, if you do want to join the clan, then you can do so in the description down below. It's first come, first serve. I will just accept anyone and everyone to join the clan. So there we go. 19 spots left, and I might check when people will last online and get rid of some inactive people, if there are any in the clan currently, to open up some new spots for some players that are more active. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you do have a good rest of your day, and of course have a great weekend if you are watching this on the Friday. Thank you very much. Thank you to the channel members, and I really do hope I see you in the next video. Goodbye.